Autumn go-to makeup. Tiny little brush strokes, this kind of like seamless result. I'm just going to twist again and then effortless effect. Now this is the rest of the fits. Hello my lovelies, welcome back to a new video. How are you guys all doing? I just thought I would jump on here and actually film my autumn go-to makeup and hair look today, because I don't feel like I do enough of these, and I also kind of want to tell myself that I need to mix up the makeup routine. I am a creature of habit and I always kind of gravitate back towards like my pinky makeup look, and I'm kind of a little bit bored of it. So I'm gonna basically try what I used to try like a year ago for autumn time and give it a go today and like kickstart my like glowy, bronzed, like orange toned autumn makeup. So we're gonna do it together. I'm halfway through doing my eyebrows, so I just did one of them and I thought I would show you the other side. So I haven't had my brows done in about 4 months, and you're gonna have to excuse me with the fact that I'm gonna be looking kind of in the viewfinder because my mirror is a bit off-centered and I haven't been able to balance the tripod in the right place right now. So I'm gonna be looking in here, but hopefully that's okay with you guys. But I basically use the Pink Honey Brow Gel. Now I've been using this for coming up to a year, I wanna say. And I feel like there's a few things that I wish I had known about this before getting it. So, or like little tips and tricks and that kind of thing. Because one, if you leave the pot in the sun or you go away with it, you're gonna need a new pot. It's gonna go weird. It's gonna go all white on your brows. Also, I haven't applied anything to my skin. I have literally just washed my face in the shower, and I'm not gonna apply anything until 10 minutes after doing this, because otherwise it reacts with any cream, any serum, any foundation, any of that. It then creates that build-up of white on your face, which we don't want. So I basically put a tiny bit of water on my spoolie and then I brush the brows. I can't speak this morning, I think I need another coffee. Brush the brows backwards and then kind of like brush the product through to create the shape that I am after. This brow in particular is very sparse because I have a scar here where the hair just doesn't grow anymore, which I never knew about until recently, and then my dad decided to tell me that that was a scar from when I was about 4. So I was like, oh, I've lived my whole life thinking that when I shaved my eyebrows back in year 8, that was never gonna grow back because of that. So I then just wipe off like any of that kind of white buildup of product, and I leave them for like about 10 minutes just because I find that then I can kind of see where the product has set in place, and then you don't get that white buildup throughout the day either, which is just great. You don't want that. I remember there was a brow product I used probably a year and a half ago or so, and I was out in the rain with Jamie and he was like, your brows are completely white. I was like, no, and they'd like melted in the rain. So I don't want that to ever happen again, especially with the autumn rain and weather we've been having. But yeah, that is the product kind of wiped off the brows, and now I need to kind of fill them in a little bit. So I've been using the NYX brow pencil in the shade Ash Brown. Now I really like how thin the pencil is, and you've got the little brush on the end, but I just like how thin that is. It's just super easy to use, and I just do tiny little brush strokes in any of those sparse areas in my brows. So I usually get my brows done every, I want to say not 4 months, every 8 weeks I probably used to get my brows done, and it's been about 4 months. So it's been a while and I'm not liking the blonde eyelashes or the brows, but me and my brow lady, I mean, she's so high in demand in Brighton. Her name's Claire and she's incredible. I've been seeing her for 5 years, and she honestly took my brows from being like tiny little lines into being like really healthy and full again. So I absolutely swear by her. She's just incredible, but I do miss her. So I'm seeing her in about 10 days, which I'm very excited about. But that is kind of me just kind of playing around with filling them in just so they look a little bit fuller. Now skincare is what I go next into, and I've started by using the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. Now I didn't realize this was AM and PM until recently, but I was reading on the bottle and it just said to apply it in the morning as well, and I apply it at night, and they've just launched their more kind of like advanced one. So what I've been doing is, because I was applying this night, I'm now applying this at night, the concentrated one, and this in the morning, and I'm kind of just seeing how that goes with my skin. But the full range of that, including the eye cream, is just an absolute dream. And I feel like the older I'm getting, the more I'm wanting to use stuff that I know is going to benefit kind of my skin and looking after it. And then I'm just applying the Kate Somerville Delicate Cream. Now, this is like my seventh pot, and I actually realized it's actually cheaper to buy on Amazon with the cleanser that comes with it, which is also so lovely. There's like no fragrance in it, it's not scented, it's really soft on the skin, and it's super hydrating. Now they do a serum version of this which is less thick, so it really depends what your skin is like. The serum's probably better if you have more oily skin. If you have, like me, like combination, like really dry in autumn and winter, and I get like quite a lot of dry areas even in summer, it's just so hydrating. So I'm kind of like skipping certain steps just because I feel like certain things not that interesting, but I put on my Sun Balm Factor Face 50 sun cream and the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This, so good, literally obsessed. And I've just put on the Clarins Skin Tint. Oh, I'm dropping the powder. That's like the worst thing to drop because it can always smash. Anyway, the Tinted Serum by Clarins is new, and I've been using this in shade 03, and I just kind of wanted to show you it blended into one side, and it matches up with my tan shade quite nicely, which I love, but it's just the nicest serum based kind of, I guess I want to say it's like a moisturizer cross BB slash foundation, because it's very buildable, but it is literally like silk on the skin. It makes my skin feel so soft. I wish like I could kind of show you guys the texture, but it is just absolutely lovely on the skin. And this shade works perfectly for me with like my tan shade. However, I do have shade 01, which is my actual skin tone, which is quite nice, and you can get a huge range of shades with different kind of undertones as well. But if you're looking for something that's very lightweight and you don't like wearing too much foundation, this is like perfect because it's also like a moisturizer, and it's very buildable on the skin, very glowy. I do apply quite a bit of powder in my everyday makeup look just because I get quite oily T-zones and areas like that, and I just find that this as a base is so lovely, but it is so glowy that my skin would kind of melt off, especially when today I'm in front of ring lights all day. But as you can see, it's just very seamless. It just looks beautiful on the skin. I just absolutely love how glowy it is, and it just feels like I've got nothing on, which is kind of my go-to when I'm doing makeup. I kind of like that feeling of not having too much of a heavy base. I say that I'm about to apply loads of bronzer and all of that, but I'm a very kind of liquid kind of gal right now, and I'm really liking lots of really glowy products with lots of kind of liquid blushes and bronzers. So we're going to use all of those today as well. Okay, I was just saying that I wasn't gonna do full coverage, but here we are. I've decided I actually quite want to. So I'm gonna use, again, a product that's very hydrating, very lightweight, but very buildable. And that's the Hourglass. It's the Hydrating Skin Tint. So again, like a BB kind of base cream. Great for weekends if you just like a very minimal little coverage that's also hydrating. And this is in the shade 7 that I use, which I actually think might be a little bit too orange for me. No, I feel like we're okay. Concealer, I'm using the Estee Lauder concealer in 1W. This is needed today. Those bags, blimey. I just haven't been sleeping well. But I also have been binge watching like sex education and maths, and it's probably what's keeping me up because I'm just staying up really late watching stuff. We are using, for once, I rarely get this out, the Chanel bronzer in, I think this is medium. And this is really lovely and buildable on the skin. At first when I got it, I wasn't sold. I was a bit like, not sure, is it a bit too orangey toned for me? But I find that if you just put a tiny bit on your brush, it's actually really good. And another alternative is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty One Contour, which I use in the shade light medium, which I also just like carry in my bag if I need like a little top up because it's slightly smaller. But as you can see, this is quite buildable when you just use a small amount, and it's perfect for any holidays as well. And it's just very creamy and goes really nicely with those other products I use to keep like a very hydrated, glowy base to the makeup look. Now, I wouldn't usually do this step here, but I want to do more of a bronzy orange look, and I want to kind of powder at this stage. So I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder in Honey and the Trigwell powder puff. So I just like basically get off any residue on the back of my hand and just doing those like oily zones. And the Trigwell powder puff makes such a difference to how the powder is applied to the face, which is just game changing. Like I used to use a little brush and I never used to get this kind of like seamless result that I get from this powder puff. But as you can see, that translucent powder kind of sorts out the tones of the foundation on my skin, and the concealer also kind of evens it out rather than me being super, super orange, which I feel like was going on then. But as you can see, it just gives like a really nice seamless finish, but doesn't get rid of that glow. So for eyes, I'm using a palette that is very well loved. I've dropped this a few times, but I absolutely adore this. It is the Summer Unrated palette by NARS, and I use all the time these two like pinky shades, but I'm going to use some orangey tones today instead, because I just feel like it will mix up the autumn makeup and give a little bit more something something. And I actually might try a brown eyeliner as well with this look, but I'm just using that browny shimmery kind of tone shade. So pigmented, this palette, like how stunning is that? And the reason why I've powdered is because we're going to be using this on my cheeks as well. I like matching up my eyeshadow with my cheeks no matter what, and with my kind of eye shape I find that eyeshadow looks better when I also frame under the eye as well. So I'm just going to do a tiny bit under the eye. I think it's about time I get a new eyeshadow brush. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I feel like it's flared out so, I don't know if you guys can see, flared out so much that it's become a bit more like bigger than expected. But I'm just going to do this under just to brighten my eyes. If you have green eyes, this colour, chef's kiss. Like it brings out the colour in green eyes so nicely. So like I said, I like to match the eyeshadow with the cheeks like colour that I'm using. So just applying that orangey toned eyeshadow colour with a smaller brush just so I can get into the palette, and using this as a kind of blusher. Mascara, I've just used the e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara, which has a really great brush to it, which is why I really like it. I also feel like there's not, like there is a lot of product in it, but you know when you get new mascaras and they've got so much product in, you're kind of waiting for week 2 of using it to then get like the best results from it. I feel like that has it from the get-go, which is why I really like it. And then I'm just going to apply the e.l.f. Halo Glow highlighter in the shade Champagne. How glowy this is, buildable, and because it's creamy, it just blends really nicely with those other products. So for lips, I have just applied the Cherished Rose lip liner by Bare Minerals, which actually needs like a tiny little top up on the edge there. And I've had this for years. I absolutely love it. I mean, this is my 6th lip liner because I've had it for so long, like in terms of using it. And then an all-time fave, guys, you need this. So there's loads of different shades of this. It's the Clarins Lip Comfort Oil, and it is incredible. This is the shade Honey, and it's just a clear shade on the lips with a bit more of like a neutral kind of orangey, like it's nude, but let me show you on the back of my hand, and then you can see, although it's got my lipstick on it now, so it's not the best representation. So it is a very, very nice, can you see, like slightly orangey tint lip oil, and I love the applicator. It's just stunning. It's obviously got my lip liner on it from using it so many days in a row like that, but I love a glossed look with a liner for every day. I feel like it's a really nice way of doing the makeup and kind of drawing in the orangey tones, making it a bit more autumnal with the darker brown lip liners as well. And there is also another lip liner that I have been loving. Annoyingly, I don't know where it's from because I literally found this in a box under my bed, which, oh, it's Rimmel. Okay, it's Rimmel, and it says 725, so it's a more of like a brownie tone, which I just did in the corners, but that was it. Otherwise, it is all the Cherished Rose colour. So moving on to hair, I'm using the GHD Curly Ever After Heat Protector, which I've used, I think nearly for 6-7 years now, guys. Been a long while, but I like to do my everyday hair at the moment with a hair straightener for a curly kind of look, because as you guys can see, my hair is growing pretty fast and I am not liking the length it is. I'm not liking it. I'm gonna literally get the chop in about 13 days. I haven't had my hair done in 4 months. So I'm looking to get a very, very big chop to about here. So right now, my favorite way to curl my hair is with my hair straightener. So I'm going to show you how I do that with the top layer of my hair, because otherwise we'd be here all day. I'm just going to section off like this and do the underlayer because I've got a lot of hair, and then we're going to do the top. So moving on to the top layer, I've just done the underlayer exactly like how I'm going to do this, but I get the hair straighteners and I like to do alternating waves sometimes for more of that like beachy wave effect. So I'm going to alternate the wave back and then do one forward and so on my head, but also make sure I'm framing my face when I get to the front section. So I like to frame my face like that. So I like to tuck a lot of my hair behind my right side. So I'm going to frame inwards on this side and frame outwards on this side. So I go up behind and I apply around 3 seconds of heat before twisting up like that, and I do around 2 twists. So I apply the heat and then I do 1 more twist and then down we go. And if you have longer hair, you'd probably do 3 or 4 twists, and then that is the kind of effect you get. I find this took me a little while to get used to how to do this. I mean, I've been doing hair straightener curls for like 7 years now, so I do think it takes practice, but it's a twist over after applying the heat, and then you're just going to twist again. And once you've got it, it is the quickest way, I think, to curl hair, and that is the effect you get. And you get this little bit more of a straighter end when you're doing hair straightener curls, which when you brush out at the end looks so effortless and cool, and it gives like a really nice beachy wave effect, which I personally love. So again, alternating and going up and over. And to create as much kind of volume as I can with hair straighteners, I'm just holding the heat on that first twist and doing the second twist and dragging away like that. And then it will look like that unless you're grabbing it and letting it cool down in the right curled position. Downwards, like that. And then you've got that curl. And when you brush through this, it just looks the best. So it's a kind of trust the process kind of thing, because they're looking quite tight right now. I do just realise I said I'd show you how to do the side bangs, and then all of a sudden I was just time-lapsing. But again, doing the same, I'm doing away from the face here so that it is framing my face right. Going upwards and over. Goodness me, my hair needs a trim. And then side bangs, I am getting the fringe like that, and I'm applying a bit more heat here, so around like 30 seconds. And then I'm going upwards and over again, so it connects with the other curls, but just so it creates a bit more volume, I just left it there for a bit longer. There you go. I feel like that's gonna cool down correctly. So yeah, that's how I do the alternating waves. I'm just gonna do the same on the other side, and then we can style the hair together. So hairspray, I use the GHD Final Fix hairspray. It is incredible. I've been using it for years, and I've left this for about 10 minutes, and I'm now gonna brush through with a wide tooth comb. I'll leave some like similars linked down below. But as you can see, as you like brush through, it just creates more of that effortless effect and really like joins the curls in a nice way. And I feel like the products like the heat protector just adds such a nice amount of shine. I also use like a Kerastase serum when I come out of the shower, which is also really, really good on the hair. I'm just trying to look after my hair the best I can at the moment, because I just feel like it's not been getting the loving it deserves recently. So this will be like my hair for the next like 3 days, because I don't want to use a lot of heat after doing like once a week. And then I'm using the Jolly Frida Frizzy serum. I use like a pea-size amount and just do this on any like flyaways or baby hairs like that, and just kind of like brush through. This adds a nice amount of shine. Great if you've got curly hair. My dad has like ringlety hair, and honestly when he doesn't have this product, looks like he's been like dragged for a hedge. Like me and him laugh about it, because I used to steal this from him growing up, and now I am like the biggest fan of it. And if I don't have it, I actually feel like I can't style my hair the same. So I'm just gonna do that, and then just do like a little added hairspray, just so that that doesn't budge for the next couple of days, hopefully, unless I get rained on. And that is the hair done. ready for the day. It's obviously a little bit longer than I want it at the moment, but as soon as I get it short, I love this on short hair. It just looks so textured and it looks better maybe, I mean, it looks fine on mid-length hair, but I am just being fussy with my hair at the moment. I do want it like completely chopped off, but that is how I do my hair and my everyday kind of go-to hair look at the moment, and my makeup look. Let me know what you guys think, and I feel like I'm just gonna chuck in the end here a little autumn outfit that I'm wearing today just to share with you guys, because I got some new boots, so I'm gonna quickly put that on and share with you guys now too, just in better lighting so you guys can see the makeup look properly. I feel like the light is a little bit better here, but very glowy, orangey, and it feels like I've got nothing on with those foundations as well and those like creamy based products. So I'll leave everything linked down below for that, but yeah, absolutely love. Also, these earrings, guys, are Amazon £5. And I absolutely love them. I swear the dupes that they do are just game changing. So yeah, I'm a big fan of those. I'll leave them linked down below too. But yeah, that is the look. This is the outfit option I am thinking for today, guys. I have this new jacket from Urban Outfitters and I am just obsessed with it. And this is my new little bag. How gorgeous is this Coach bag? So this is from my bag, and on and off it's having like 30% off, so I'll leave it linked down below, but definitely just keep your eyes peeled for like any discounts on this. It's absolutely dreamy and it fits so much in, like it is a joke. Like it fits ridiculous amounts in, so I cannot recommend that enough. Like it's just my dream bag, especially for autumn and moving into like winter as well. I just feel like the tones of it are perfect. I actually need to like show you guys in the mirror the rest of this outfit, because the boots, new favorite boots. Now this is the rest of the fit. So jacket on, and then I've got this little Pull and Bear top on and my H&M skirt and the bag. And then these are my new booties, which are ASOS, and they're a dupe of, I think it's the Miu Miu boots that are out and about, but I cannot afford that, so I went for these ASOS ones and they are so comfortable. I went true to size in them and I just love the shape and fit of them. And I also just wanted a boot that had like a bit more of a brown, like a darker brown tone to them, so that I could style with like all my autumn. Oh, sorry, I'm really trying not to like wobble the camera, so I'm double holding it with my hands, but I just absolutely love the tones of this with more of those neutral pieces in autumn, and I like being able to kind of mix and match the autumn tone. So this is more of like a orangey brown, which I'm loving, and I think this is going to be the autumn fit of today. I will leave this outfit linked down below and all the products, but thank you for being here and watching this video. If there's any videos you guys want to see from me, then let me know, and yeah, just thank you for being here. Also, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe down below. Let me know what videos you want to see. I'm going to be doing lots of vlogs, lots of kind of mix and match of styling over autumn and makeup looks, and also I'm doing Vlogmas, guys, so make sure you subscribe down below and turn on the little bell button, as me and Jamie, bless him, he's helping me edit, we're going to be doing almost every day in December, plus 4 days after as well. So you'll have like Christmas Day watches if you're like me and you like binge watching YouTube still on Christmas Day, because my Christmas is usually quite quiet, so I do love watching people's vlogs still. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys are well, and I'll see you in the next video. Lots of love. Mwah. Bye.